Welcome back to the final game of tonight's Xenotactic Duo Championships. After Game 3, the points will be counted and verified, and only then will we know what clan reigns supreme and takes the first place finish. Just a quick side note, the points for this season are not carried over to next, so all clans will start with 0 points and have equal opportunity to get that final win. Tonight, a prize is also being given to the top fraggers over this season, and at the moment we have Fitzy, Kwan and Klein being the top 3 as of last week. So they will hopefully try and get a few more kills this game and push that finish even further. Now we are on Sandhawk, one of the shortest maps on PUBG, so this might be a quicker match than the other two have been. Now we are starting with an eastern flight path finishing west near to Camp Alpha, with Lakawi being the starting point. You have teams 42 Pen, AOD Nix of 45, 26 RPG and 25 RPG jumping early, with a few more teams going towards boot camp, and that is where we will begin with team 46. And that is Zenio and Phil, and they seem to be going right to the Paradise Resort, another well-known hot drop point of Sandhawk. We have a couple of teams going to boot camp, one being team 41 Pen and another being team number 9 Elf. So I think the first place we will go at the moment is straight to team 41 Pendevious and Pencons at boot camp. And Vape Denny has taken down Riot Ghost straight away. So let's jump straight over there to team 15, where we see Riot Ghost not at the moment, and they are at Camp Bravo with Nix of team 45 and Vape Denny just to the right. And that is Riot Ghost finished off there by Nix. Now let's go to team 16, Xena and Goddess, who are with team 42 at the moment. And I do apologise, it looks as though the game is lagging slightly at the moment. So we are seeing Xena do a little bit of moonwalk there. And there we go, we have the game back slightly, and we are now with Redders of Deathly Hallows along with Tango. And Sandhawk falls quiet until Penvish comes in with an M24 and knocks Goddess. And now we see Team 16, Goddess and Xena. We have Goddess knocked at the moment thanks to an M24 shot. We see Gem Fitzy knocking Mortal. And we see Trickster knock Reigns on the left-hand side and get the kill. Alpha Wars has just taken down Pen Devious on the left-hand side, and Xena is getting the revive on Goddess. We have Pen Vish of Team 42 along with Pen Menace, just doing a slight 1-1 split at the moment. Pen Vish on the left, Pen Menace on the right, and Xena and Goddess right in the middle. only then will we know. And the grenades are now being thrown towards Team 16 by Team 42. We have Goddess on the outside at the moment. And that is Pen Menace taken down by Xena with a Vector. And that now leaves Pen Menace, the last standing member of Team 42, over by Kampong. He is now moving left and gets the... Sorry, it is Pen Vish. And it gets the knock on Goddess. Brilliant shot with the M24 from the left-hand side. And now Xena is going to get another revive on Goddess. And NH Duke gets the kill on Snipes with an M4 on the left-hand side. And Xena and Goddess are now just moving back slightly towards the coastline to try and work out the best rotation for them to get. Goddess is moving right at the moment with Elf Kwan and jumping in with another knock on Sons of Odin as Sylar takes down MVP Philippek. And Pen Vish has now retreated fully and is now leaving Kampong, leaving Xena and Goddess remaining. Now what we will do is go straight down to the docks where we see Sons of Odin going up against Team 10, who is Elf. And that is Sons of Odin finished off by a brilliant shot from Elf Shadow in the M4. And now the blue zone has come up to meet them. As Got No Mercy takes down Elf Kvesh with an M4 on the left-hand side. And Vape Denny takes down Pen Cons. Now let's leave Team 10 for the moment and move straight over to Team 48 as Fuji takes down Sons of Odin Daz. Jacko takes down Jen Spook and gets the kill, and Raptor takes down Where's Wally. And Fuji gets the finish on Daz. And again, if I'm right, Tiger and Daz are doing their split to try and improve placement, with Tiger being right by Fuji, and Fuji gets the duo wipe on Sons of Odin. We've now been sent over to Trickster and Sylar of Team 3, who have Fuji in their sights just up ahead on the southern direction. NH Duke takes down Vert on the left-hand side. And Avery of Salty Snake is firing towards Trickster, who has just taken cover behind the rock. And by wearing pyjamas on Sandhawk, he is not doing a great deal for cover. And Elf Vision has just got a knock on Obelisk on the left-hand side. Fuji and Avery are now rotating to the left. Trickster doesn't appear to know where they are at the moment. And Nyx gets a knock on Sons of Odin Raptor there on the left-hand side. And Fuji and Avery are still going up against Team 3. And Vape Denny gets Sons of Odin Jackos. That Sons of Odin team taken out for game number 3. And Death Defying Gemma has just taken down Pro, with Savage finishing off Elf Drew. Now Salty Snakes are retreating. They're rotating left, with Sylar and Trickster following pursuit. Trickster has now turned off to try and get to the zone, whereas Salty Snakes appear to be trying to get the height to get a better aim on Team 3. We have Got No Mercy getting a knock on the left-hand side. So for now, let's go straight over to Team 34, Death Defying, as they are near to Team 18, which consists of Kitten and Mortal, who has been taken down. And here we go. Teams are being fired at towards... shots are being fired at towards Team 34, Death Defying. As Got No Mercy gets a shot with a Car 98 on the left-hand side. And Death Defying Savage and Gemma are now making their way into zone, with NH Adam knocking Gen Temp with M4. And Sylar and Trickster have just been taken down by Salty Snakes, as NH Adam gets the finish on Gen Temp, with Dotter getting Gen Inga. Got No Mercy finishes off NH Obelisk and gets the kill on NH Vixen. So let's have a quick look at the zone, as we've seen that it's moved to the eastern side, with Xena finishing off Pen Vish there on the left-hand side. A fair few teams outside of zone at the moment. Salty Snakes being the main one, who is still on the southern end of the map inside the blue, with Xena knocking NH Big Steve. We have a few teams on the boundary lines of the zone at the moment, hopefully going to gatekeep. A few of those other teams are making their way in. We have Team 48, Got No Mercy, coming up against possibly Sons of Odin in just a moment, Team 27. And Moonin gets Kitten on the left-hand side. And now Moonin is just using a full medkit just to get some more health back. He is teamed up with Sons of Odin Peaky B at the moment, and they are just by tap mark at the moment. They have got to come across towards the Paradise Resort, possibly coming into contact with Team 7, made up of I Am Game and Peekaboo. But let's go straight to Team 27, Sons of Odin. Have a look at Sons of Odin Deadpool, as they are walking across the coastal area at the moment, just on top of the mountain. They have Elf Klein towards east, along with Death Defying. And with Elf having the height at the moment, Sons of Odin might be spotted, which may be why they are using that coastal area at the moment, with these small ridges to their right-hand side, hopefully providing enough cover. And here we go, Sons of Odin are firing upon Team 9 at the moment, with Elf Klein taken down, along with Sons of Odin Odinson being taken down by Elf Vars. We have Deadpool trying to move in, and is being fired upon, and that is it, with Elf Vars getting the kill on both Sons of Odin Deadpool and Odinson. And at the moment, the Elf team of Team 9 have 3 kills, and they're just in between the blue zone and the line at the moment, so they will need to start making their way in. But for now, let's go straight over to team number 4, Redders and Tango, who might be bumping into team 22 very shortly. And Redders and Tango are lying prone at the moment. They're just moving in. They have around 356 metres to go. The NH team of Team 22 have just passed by on their right-hand side towards 255 southwest. We can just see them in view on the right-hand side at the moment. It looks as though Deathly Hallows Team 4 have not been spotted by anybody as of yet, so they should be relatively safe as they try and make their way in. Vape Denny gets the kill on NH Dotter on the left-hand side with an M4. And we have Team 46 coming in just behind. It appears as though Team 4 could be bumping straight into them, with Fuji taking down Nyx. And Phil and Neo of Team 46 are just making their way in at the moment. And that is it, with Phil getting the finish on both Redders and Tango with the VSS. And Elvoise gets the knock on Death Defying Gemma and the kill there. And team number 10 of Elf Kwan and Shadow are just moving in, with Vape Denny getting a knock on Got No Mercy. We have Xena and Goddess on the left-hand side towards southwest. And here we go, with Vape Denny getting the kill on Got No Mercy and Zen Queen there. Elf Kwan being fired upon by Goddess and Xena, but just managing to take cover behind the rock. And they are now rotating to the right-hand side, with Kwan just moving around, Elf Shadow remaining prone. But Goddess and Xena are just moving up slightly, are still firing shots. Phil has now got a knock on Elf Kwan from the back. And they are now pushing in. Also, Shadow has just prepared a smoke. Sons of Odin Peekabee has just taken down Pikachu. NH Big Steve has just knocked Neo, with Sons of Odin Peekabee taking down Peekaboo. And Big Steve getting the kill on Neo, and Duke getting the kill on Phil. And now Elf Kwan is trying to use a first aid kit, and unfortunately just does not have enough time. Elf Shadow may try and get the revive as he is, but it looks as though they will just run out of time, so somebody will need to make a move, as Elf Shadow is doing now. It is unfortunate that a teammate has to be sacrificed in that way, but with the zone being the way that it is, sometimes you just have to make a run for it. And Elf Kwan has been finished off by the zone, unfortunately. Which means that his attempt to get a higher placement in the top fragger has now ended, as he is finished for game number 3. But we still have Elf Shadow in play. And the zone is moving again, with Shadow now trying to race it to safety. Shots are still being fired by Team 16, Goddess and Xena. And Elf Shadow is unfortunately taken down by Xena. And we now have Fuji and Avery trying to make their way in. They are trying to race the zone at the moment. They're going straight for Xena of Team 16. They have Team 26 RPG on the left-hand side at 345, AOD and Vape at 290, and Elf over at 310. Xena gets a knock on Sunrise. Peaky B from Sons of Odin gets the kill on Klein. The knock on Elf Klein. And a Vape Denny takes down Elf Vaz there. And Fuji is now preparing a grenade to go over towards Team 26. And takes down RPG Lola, who is inside the building. Fuji is now going over with a grenade to try and get the kill. Xena takes down Zen Avery. And Fuji is taken down by Vape Denny. And NH Duke takes down Sons of Odin PKB, with Moonin getting a knock on NH Duke there. Moonin is low on health himself, but manages to get the double kill on NH Big Steve. I'm going to have Xena going up against RPG. A team that she is all too familiar with, having come up against them in game number 1. We've got Vape Denny moving in, but manages to get knocked by Vape Denny. And Vape Denny also takes down RPG Lola. We've got Sunrise being fired upon by Vape Denny. And that is it. An unexpected end for game number 3, with Nyx and Denny getting the first place finish with 16 kills. We have Moonin and Peaky B of Sons of Odin in second with 5. We have RPG in third with 1 kill. We have Xena and Goddess of Riot in 4th with 4. We have NH in 5th with 5. Salty Snakes in 6th with 4. Elf in 7th with 6. Elf in 8th with 2. Death Defying in 9th with 2. And Peekaboo and I Am Game of in 10th with no kills, unfortunately. And that is it. The end of this season of the Xenotactic Duo Championships. A big thank you for Xenotactic Clan for hosting, and a huge congratulations to all teams that have taken part. They have done incredibly well and should be very proud of their performances over the last couple of weeks. As always, next week, Xenotactic are having a small break, and then for the next season, they will be back stronger than ever with a new season of the Xenotactic Duo Championships. As mentioned previously, if you would like to take part, please head over to their Discord server to register your interest. And then you'll need to register a team every week to take part. And hopefully I will be announcing you as a first place winner very, very soon. But you have been watching the Xenotactic Duo Championships. And all that is left for me to say is please take care, stay safe, and we will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.